I was always a big dreamer. I wanted to be a singer, a dancer, an actress. Both my parents divorced when I was 1.
Hello.
Hi. My biological mother, there was a lot of drama. Like, she was going through her things and bringing it around, and it was just very toxic. But I spent half of my time with my dad and half of my time with my mom. And they're two completely different people. So it was like this constant tug of war between two worlds. There was a lot of hard times. Like, my parents were very strict. So I started dancing. And then I even had a dance club. And I was teaching people choreography. And I felt like I was starting to be myself. Like, I was starting to express myself, who Kayla was. And I think my parents started kind of giving me that freedom. It was like the best time of my whole life because I was able to actually be Kayla. And then I got pregnant. Because I know he's 12, but you gotta start thinking about what are your passions? What are you good at? What do you like to do? And
yes,
he's very much a techie. Go figure, right? The younger generation.
Yeah.
There's technology. I just remember crying. And I was so scared to reach out to my parents because I was afraid. I was afraid more of them saying I told you so than actually being homeless, sleeping in my car in the streets of Santa Ana. And I just remember this feeling that came over me. And it was like, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? I don't know, but I have to keep my child. I just remember getting in a car and being sent to Mary's shelter. My 18th birthday comes December 20th, and I'm no longer a minor, so it's time for me to transfer to Casa Teresa. I just remember thinking, being treated as everyone's little daughter. I loved it. I just felt the love. Even though I was just in my own depression, I just felt support and love around me. So I started feeling this thing called hope and faith.
You remember the chores?
I remember doing the chores. I remember that. I finished high school. I saved up enough money to get my first car, so I got my driver license. So that was big accomplishments for me. Someone said to me, if there's anyone here that is going to make it out of this shelter, it's gonna be you. I needed those words. If there was someone that had potential, it was me. But at the time, I didn't believe it. My greatest challenge was figuring out and realizing my true value and self-love, because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Fear was holding me back from everything. And when I finally realized that, I finally realized what fulfilled me.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right, woman.
Appreciate you.
One of my kids.
My son he's an amazing child. He knows what's right and wrong. He wants to help people. He knows to say no. He's just such a good kid. I raised that, you know? Knowing that I'm growing at such a rapid speed, and the fact that I can help other people grow along the way, that's my biggest joy.